All right, this week we're doing something a little different. I was down at the beach and I backed into this small wall. I didn't see it behind me. It was only like 2 feet tall. And the way it hit my bumper, it just made the one flap come out on the one side. And I kept punching it in. But then one day I was on 95 doing about 70 miles an hour. And my bumper it caught the wind. The one flap came out, caught the wind, and it just flew off. And there it was in the middle of 95. So anyway, I ran back, of course, and tried to get it. And that just wasn't happening. There was too much traffic. This guy ended up coming along, and he got it. And who knows, maybe he made some money with it or whatever. But either way, I saw him throw it in the back of his truck and take off. And I didn't think much of it. I said, I'll buy a new bumper. How much can they be? Anyway, I went to Toyota, and they wanted $1,000. I went to the local body shops. They wanted $800. And I decided to start seeing if I could fix it myself. And so I went online, eBay, and I found the parts. At first, it was a little difficult because the parts I found, I hope my music doesn't start blasting. I saw some parts where the part was like $120, but delivery shipment was like $170. And I was like, not that. But I found something on eBay where it was free shipping, found the parts and the paint for about $300. What I did was I went to this place, it's called Touch Up online, and matched the paint codes, and it turns out the paint was the right paint coat for my car. And I had a compressor and whatnot, but I looked into, they can actually put the paint inside an aerosol can, like spray paint. So I bought two cans of spray paint, and they were like $40 each. It's expensive spray paint. And then 1 can of clear coat, gloss to make it glossy. And altogether that was about $100, And so I was all in on the parts. The one bumper, turns out there were 2 more parts to the bumper that I didn't realize at first. That was another $100. But all in, I was about $300, and that beat $1,000, and that definitely beat $800. And so anyway, that's what we're going to try and do today. We're going to try and fix my bumper. So come join me as I go diving, driving, and droning around South Florida and beyond. Yo, let's do this. There was a part where the flap came up. The flap lifted up a little bit right here, and it caught the wind of the 70 mile an hour driving wind, and it opened up and it became a wing, and it just opened up on one side, then it opened up on other, and then it just took off. And that's what I was left with. I took my tag off because I don't need anybody tracking me down. But yeah, this is the bumper that we need to put on. Alright, so we got everything together that we're going to need. There's the bumper. And we're going to open it all up. I found a nice little spot out here. I think I'm going to go behind this bush. So it'll block the wind a little bit. We're fighting against the rain. This is the least windy day there has been in weeks, and least rainy day there's been in weeks. So I set up the sawhorses so that I could kind of straddle the bumper across. Everything I'm doing here, I just watched some YouTube videos and read about, and I looked at the directions when I opened it, and it said that you should take the bumper out a day ahead of time and let it kind of spread out, but it was too late for all that. Fortunately, it's hot in Florida, so it kind of gave it the warmth to kind of spread it out and stretch it out. You want to wipe it down with alcohol, and I pulled out the paint, and everything I'd heard said just shake the paint, shake it, really shake it good, and wear a respirator because that stuff can really hurt you. So what you want to do is you want to put on a light coat first. Like I said, I learned this all on YouTube and reading and whatnot. You want to put on just a light coat, so you want to put 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 very light coats that eventually will turn in to a solid color. So this is where I'm like kind of putting on my first and second coats. And then the wind that day would like pick up and then slow down and pick up, and I just kind of had to wait it out every time the wind picked up. And then I had to turn off the sound because I had music playing in the background that's copywritten music, and I can't get strikes on the YouTube account, so I can't use that copywritten music. Didn't think about it when I was playing the music in the background, painting my bumper. But so I added a little music, turned the sound off, and unfortunately I had to keep the sound off pretty much the whole time. But you can see the color coming together with tiny little just strokes, a little bit at a time. I think I did maybe 4 or 5 coats altogether, but you can see the color slowly coming together. That was interesting to me that everybody suggests that you just a little bit of paint at a time, and then, taking time to stop and look at it, see what I miss, and you just got to slowly fill in the gaps as you're going, That's I kept just going at it slowly. I wanted to see if I had enough paint left over because I still had one little piece on like another part of the bumper that kind of needed to be painted, but I wanted to see if I had enough paint to actually go that far. And as it turns out, it was kind of coming together. I mean, you can see the colors all pretty much there. I still got to do a clear coat over it, but pretty much everything's painted. So I pulled the other part out, a little sneeze, and wanted to see how it was going to fit on there. But there was just one little piece that needed to be painted as well. So I wanted to make sure I got all my spots before I started painting the other piece. But you can see the color on it came together pretty well, man. I was pretty surprised for the first time, It was my first time doing this. But I had this other little small piece that needed to be painted. And then I decided to start going at it with the clear coat, still shaking a bunch. And that was pretty interesting. It was high quality clear coat that I had gotten from Touch Up. I'll leave the the website in the description below. But it was all really good quality stuff. But I only got one can of clear coat, and turns out that might have been a mistake. But you can see the clear coat coming together. You want to. Everything I read says you want to be a little closer with the clear coat and hit it with strokes, but you can already see just in one coat it's starting to shine, And I finished painting the other piece and just kept going at that. With the clear coat, just every coat that I put on was just getting better and better and better, and I was just feeling like a professional, And you can see it starting to glow, starting to get almost a mirror image going on. And you just got to keep on. I sped it up here to show you. Just keep on going around. You want to get a little bit of dry time in between. A little 10, 15 minutes in between to dry a little bit. And it also kind of settles on and starts shining a little bit more. But you can see the shine starting to come out. It's really looking good. And just a few more coats, and it's going to be looking pretty good, just like a professional did it. But it was right about here that I started running into some problems. I ran into like my first problem, and it was right here somewhere. Yeah, I had a drip, and then a bug got on the paint, and I tried to wipe it off with my finger. And that was the beginning of the end for that little piece right there. It's tough, painting outside. There were bugs all over the place, mosquitoes and everything. And then here was the next thing that started going south for me. It was really coming together. You can see the glow starting to happen, but I was running out of clear coat, and I still needed like 1 or 2 more coats. And I figured worst case scenario, I'd go buy some at the auto parts store, but it wasn't the same stuff, you know. And this is about where I ran out. And I was thinking I could, you know, just go get another one. Maybe it's all sort of the same. You see it looking really good. But right here, I was starting to blow air out of the can. And so I got online and asked ChatGPT what it thought about using a different brand of clear coat. But I really didn't have any choice. I had to try it, you know? So I went and got a different brand over at AutoZone, and it was just a small can. I started going at it on my little small piece to see how it reacted, and it didn't look horrible. So I went on the main bumper with the clear coat. But slowly and surely, I started realizing that the 2 different clear coats weren't blending together well. They weren't blending together well at all. It was like the worst case scenario. What ChatGPT had said is, oftentimes they'll blend together well, but once in a while you get 2 different brands that just don't blend together well. And that's what happened to me. This just did not blend together with the other clear coat. If I had waited 6 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever it was to order a new can of the other clear coat, you know, I'd have probably been all right. But I was in a hurry, and I tried, and it did not work. You know, it was rough. It was a rough, you know, realization. Like, this is what it did. All that work that was coming together and it was looking beautiful was just all destroyed. And it was a little heartbreaking. I was feeling a little defeated, but I knew worst case scenario, I just have to sand the whole thing down and start over. But I'll show you in the next video the rescue I did to fix it. I kind of did have to start over, but for today, I did what I could do. I did all I could do. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you next time where we fix what went wrong. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one.